Hi everybody, thank you for watching my video on the Torch Roccat microphone for made for all creators and streamers, and I think it was made more for gamers, but it's really been helpful helping my business and helping me just look professional as opposed to what I was using before. So this is what I was using before. I was using a JBL microphone. This one's roughly $250, and it kind of sounds like you're talking from a it sounds like you're a pilot, right? And it's probably not that bad, but I think for Call of Duty or Battlefield, that's actually kind of the look you want, or the make it sound as real and crisp as possible. But if you're running a business and you're doing Zooms, and you want to make sure your sound and your visual, your camera looks as compelling as possible. And if that's coming from a headset, I don't care how much you paid for it, or if you're using the in-stock video camera on the Mac, or a microphone on your Mac or PC, it's going to sound, it's not going to look right. And especially like if you're, and I say this whole, young and old people, I'm talking to business owners in general. Like, if you're, pitching, $3,000-4,000 in retainer business a month, you don't want to look like ghetto. Now, I know my back of my thing here, I actually blur this out on this camera. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that, so, you see all my, my mess behind me, and that's fine. That's okay. But I just want to let you know that when you're streaming, right, you blur that out. That's fine. But you want to have a great camera, and you want to have a great microphone, and you want to make sure the way your ideas are being presented, that they sound, they're looking at you. They don't want to look at a blurry image of you. They want to look at a nice image of you, right? Regardless of what you look like. They really want to see who you are, and they want to make sure there's no interference. It doesn't sound like you're talking out from space or from an airplane, right? So just keep that in mind. This microphone here is awesome. I bought it used, actually, and I'm shocked how good it is. And I'm gonna have some tips actually on how to improve the audio quality. And I've seen some videos out there where they where they want to hook it up to like some kind of like, synthesizer, et cetera. It's like, guys, no, this is as good as it sounds. It's really good. This could probably handle 90% of all the streamers out there or creators out there that are just looking to make some content, or shit. If you're an executive and you're on the phone for, on meetings for 3-4 hours a day, this is great, right? Because remember, when you're streaming, and I don't care how old you are, when you're streaming on to like you're pitching business, you want the best version of you, whether that's a voice or whether that's the image, right? And you want a crisp image, you want a crisp voice, right? So let's talk about this microphone. So this is the head, this is the base. It comes with two parts, right? It comes with this part and it comes with the base. Most videos you see, they actually leave the base screwed in, right? I took it off because, and there's a good reason why. I actually want to make a point. There are three, and we're going to get into that in a minute. So there's three different settings, right? There's the stereo. So this is stereo, right? Stereo. This is stereo. This is cardioid. This is like for podcasting. It's basically for just talking directly to the microphone. I think it actually picks up on the side too, but it's definitely for just talking to the microphone. And this is how that sounds, just so you have a reference. And then you have whisper mode. This is very cool. I leave it on here all the time for whisper mode. And for whisper mode, this is great if you're working late and say you have to make some videos for a client, or you have to do something. This is great because you're talking, and you can just start whispering, and it picks it up just as well. And then if you say, you talk really loud, here we go, I'm gonna say it right now, headshot, the volume picks up a little bit. It kind of modulates itself. It's very cool. So the more quiet you get, it'll actually dial up the gain, or the actual, the tone of your voice, or whatever the strength of your voice. And then if you're whispering, it'll dial it up, but if you're loud, it'll dial it down. So I would say, and be honest, this is probably great for, again, 90% of all the streamers out there. That could probably be whisper mode. And I think it's one of the few microphones that do that. I think we all been in this as you're watching this. I mean, I'm sure you've been looking at the XCast. You've been looking at all sorts of different ones. The XCast, I know, has the red one, and then it has the one that's all different colors, right? Those look beautiful. I definitely was thinking about that, but I'm just want to just improve my setup a little bit. And I just want to invest some money. And man, it's just buying this microphone alone just impresses. I get all sorts of comments about it all the time. They're like, wow, you have like a full setup. And I'm like, yeah, I do. So, and it looks pretty, right? Like it doesn't look bad. Of course you can dial down the gain, you can dial up the gain. Sounds good. So I'd put it about 90%. I didn't see any videos out there saying where to put it at. So that's just my advice to you. Keep it at like 90% of that. I don't think you have to pull it all the way up. Even though it modulates itself, you don't have to. You can also plug your headphones in here, but there's no need. I mean, most of us don't use wire headphones anymore. So that's weird they have that. Another piece of advice, get a boom arm. You guys, invest in this. Like, you want this, right? Because you want it kind of near you at all times, right? And you're going to be, you're not sitting in one place. You're going to be kind of like this. And, there's going to be times you want to stretch and all this stuff. So you want to make sure that it's fluid, right? It's not just, because most people when they use it and you've seen their videos, it kind of stood up, right? Boom mic, guys. And I remember I saw a video that said that, and they're like, always, always use a boom mic, always. And I was like, that's kind of strange. And so I bought one and I did stream it. I actually use it just on the mic, on the stand. And it looks okay. It looked a little weird, but I put it on a little box and it had to be in front of me. Guys, the boom makes it way more easier. Don't be cheap. This is only $40. And this one was the, IX Tech. And this is like really cool. And this is just puts it at a whole other level. Like, you do improve mic performance by getting a boom arm. You do. Like, there's no doubt about it. Take my advice, folks. I'm not here to waste your money. And I'm telling you, I bought this mic for $50 used on Amazon. It's about $100. And I was just like, let's just try it. If I lose my money, I lose my money. Same thing with this boom arm. This boom arm right here is about $80 on Amazon. I bought it for $40, half price. So this whole thing I got for like $90. The camera, I think it's the C600 or 900. It's the conference webcam from Anchor, and that's really good, man. And so I cannot say it enough, folks. Microphone, you want to sound good and you want to look good, right? And I don't dress in a black t-shirt on meetings. I get it. And this is all blurred out. I know I'm going to get a comment on that, and that's fine. But just keep it, you want the best version of you, especially if you're using this for, any executives or anybody with a small business out there, like, and you're streaming. Oh, I got to put in my earbuds. Are you at Starbucks? No, you're at home. You should, is that your best setup at home? And I'm not here to rip on it, but, like I said, if people are investing money in you or, taking your advice, you want the best version of you, and you need the best voice and you need the best video camera. No doubt about that. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out. But I cannot recommend this microphone enough. So I'll get off my get my soapbox. But thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm at the full gain, and I'm on the pattern 1. Now I'm on the pattern 2 and the pattern 3, which is stereo, on the left, on the right. Going back to pattern 2, then pattern 1. I'm going down to half gain now. The gain slider is halfway in the middle. Going to pattern 2, going to pattern 3, on the left, on the right. Going back to pattern 1. Now I'm on pattern 1, I'm going to lowest gain.
Here's my Roccat setup with it strapped to a boom. And there's the bass over there.